Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the Random Grid Replica Championship on Project Cars 2. We are ready for a start here at Algarve for race 2. Blakeney is on pole here, so Blakeney gets pole position from TY, and then it's Callum, so away we go. Everyone a good start there as we go down towards the first corner. This is where it's going to get fun. As we go down towards the first corner, we've almost got 5 wide in the middle. As the camera zooms right in, and how did they all get through there? I'm not even sure they did get through there without contact. Steve Paramore fans having a bit of a panic there. Left, right, weave. As we go into the hairpin. And then everyone through there. Neil Farmack in fifth as everyone goes up the hill. Nice, clean couple of corners by most people there. So very good. As we come down the hills, Neil Farmack taking advantage of Callum there, making a little mistake. Down to the hairpin. Blakeney, TY, Spapper, Neil Farmack. And then Callum from Footman. Then RZR Blade 9th, and then we've got a few cars off in the background. That's Steve Paramore fan off in the background, and Bidzster at the back as well. So Bidzster's not had a good opening lap at all as they come round these corners here. And then we've got Growly Bear there behind Footman. Then we've got Stevie and RZR in a little battle when the camera eventually gets back to them. Coming down the hill, here we go. Stevie and RZR side by side. Stevie takes the position ahead of RZR. Steve Paramore fan looking for a way through as well, down up to the top of the hill here, and it's very close out front as well. Neil Farmack's off the road. Neil Farmack's off the road up ahead. There's Footman, Blakeney, TY, Spapper, Callum. Footman's up there in 5th place as well, but Neil Farmack went off there. Not sure if there was contact. We'll have a look at that later on as Stevie now gets Bradders up the inside, and Neil Farmack's gone round again. So Neil Farmack, did he fall or was he pushed? We don't know. We'll get a replay after this first lap's finished. There goes Bidzster through. And then everyone else onto the start-finish straight. And there's Blakeney in the way. There's a sand dune. We'll just fast forward past that. There we are. There's Blakeney and TY going for the lead. So TY's going for the lead on Blakeney here down to the first corner. Spapper's behind, and TY gets through. And we've got more drama further back. There's Footman and Stevie and RZR. And there's Callum. He's gone up the inside of someone. Sorry. So all happening there. So we'll get some replays on that first lap action. Okay, let's have a look at some of this first lap action then on board with Bradders. We get a bit of a wild start, in my opinion, but gets a bit of a wild start. Gets passed by quite a few people. Then watches everyone else brake. Bradders is still accelerating, brakes too late, bang! Hits a car in the side there, and then hits Bidzster in the side. So hits Growly and Bidzster. Then we get going, he almost slices in front of someone else, so he needs to definitely take that driver's standards assessment. Because there's a bit of a lack of awareness there. As we go through here, Steve Paramore goes wide. And just comes back on the track and just almost hits Stevie there as we go down to the pint. And Bradders late on the brake. See Steve Paramore there really late on the brakes, and then hits RZR Blade in the back. And then we go up here. Bradders makes more contact with RZR Blade. Bang, bang. You think it were a game of pitball with the way that they're going at it. And then we all continue through here. And now here's on board with Neil Farmack to see what happens to him at the end of lap 1. So he goes down here, there's no one around him, so you can see here he gets on the power just too early, and then goes off onto the grass, and then unluckily there's the run-off area, so then he rejoins the track. Growly Bear comes through on the inside, and we all hit the brakes into this next corner. Then watch as you come down to this next one. Growly gets quite up close behind Footman, has to brake quite hard to avoid, and then Neil has nowhere to go, spins right in front of the pack, and then luckily quickly moves to the inside to get out of the way of the other cars as they come round, and then sensibly rejoins the track. Here's a replay at the end of lap 1, starting lap 2 on board with Bradders. See RZR Blades at the side of us, and then Stevie decides to join in. Then onto the brakes we go, we can get the cut back, but then bang, we hit Stevie off the track as we do so that could be investigated. So as we come back from that, RZR Blade and Stevie still battling up the hill. RZR Blade trying to force a gap, not really going to work out that way. Both leaning on each other there. Brilliant racing as we go down to the hairpin. As Stevie goes into the braking zone. Here's Growly Bear in 4th place with Spapper, and Spapper's gone off. Contact with someone, I think that was Bradders, was it? I don't know, I think it was. But more contact there, so we'll get more replays. Okay, here's the replay of what happened between Blakeney and Spapper. So apologies to Bradders, it was Blakeney that did it. As we go into the corner, bang! Blakeney completely misses his braking point, hits Spapper round, and then goes ahead. Then watch as we come back onto the track. He actually comes on, tries to come on in front of Spapper, and then bang, hits Spapper round completely, and that leaves Spapper off back there in the gravel. So bad driving there from Blakeney. So as we come back from that, Bidzster in 9th place, then picking up places because of other people's incidents. So Bidzster from the back of the grid almost. And Keith is at the back, so Keith's had a horrible few opening laps as well. So Keith been involved in a few of those incidents. Steve Paramore fan in 13th as well. He's not having a good race in this. And look at Arzadar and Bidzster there battling together now. So Bidzster up the inside of Arzadar and gets through. Arzadar making a little mistake into that other corner. Bidzster up the inside. Arzadar not giving up around the outside. But Bidzster gets the position. Arzadar has to fold. Neil Farmack behind them after those incidents on the first few laps. So Neil Farmack gets shuffled back. As we look at Footman in second place then. Footman up to second place, challenge, and he's about to chase after TY now. So Footman chasing after TY in this. As we come down the straight. Look at Stevie. He's behind. Bradders in 5th place. Whoa, close stuff there as they go around those corners. Just the car's squirming out a little bit. It's a bit later on in the day now, 6 o'clock, so the track temperature will have gone down a little bit from what it was earlier, but still won't be too bad. As Blakeney now and Neil Farmack both having a little battle there, bang bang, have that. So Neil Farmack goes through to 8th position, Blakeney runs wide, Arzadar goes through as well. So Blakeney's 2 places in a couple of corners, so Blakeney goes back down the order. Spapper from that spinner, from that incident earlier, in 11th place. So everyone a bit more spread out now, but here's Bradders with Stevie right behind him as well. So Stevie looking for a way through for some more places. Bradders defends the inside, Stevie goes wide, might get a cut back and a better run out the corner, which he does. He's going to go side by side down the hill, he can't quite get alongside. Bidzster wants to join in on this as well, so Bidzster wants to join in as we go to this uphill brake turn. It's very hard, a lot of car control required up here as Bradders keeps defending from Stevie, no way through. Bidzster still waiting in the wings. Up towards this next corner then. Bradders defends the inside, but oh, Stevie hits him from behind and goes straight through. So Stevie pushed to pass. Stevie hits and takes another victim out. So he did that a lot last season. He's doing it a lot again this season as well. So Stevie pushed to pass, and that'll be a definite 5-second penalty if it doesn't. Well, even if he doesn't give it back, because the penalty system now is a lot more strict as Bradders goes wide there in frustration. So the penalty system now a lot more strict than it was last season to try and clamp down on all these controversial overtakes. So I would imagine Stevie there will get a penalty for that as we look at Bradders and Neil going down the straight. Neil up the inside, Bradders, oh, gets, well, I think Bradders had to defend a bit there and there's not really much room for 2 cars through there, so I think that will be let slide as Neil still pressures him for more positions. Look further ahead, Stevie now under pressure from Bidzster, so Stevie versus Bidzster now. They've had a few battles in the past and they've come off with Bidzster being in front, but we'll see if Stevie can keep his head cool this time as we see Neil Farmack and Bradders very close, and then we've got Blakeney who's gone off back in 10th place. He's gone wide out the corner, so it's Neil Farmack from Bradders and then Arzadar Blake closing up on Bradders now. We can't see because the camera, there we go, Bradders goes wide, Arzadar up the inside. We're almost halfway through this race already. You won't think so because of the amount of action that's happened, but it's brilliant so far. Bradders keeps the position from Arzadar, so Arzadar can't get through just yet. As we go up to the top, closes right up, but again no way through. Meanwhile at the front, TY's got a 3-second lead over Footman, and Footman a 3-second lead over Callum, so the podium position's very spread apart, very spread at the minute. Meanwhile Stevie and Bidzster still battling it out. Bidzster still trying to challenge Stevie here as we go down the long last corner, down the hill, down turn 14 and then up the straight. Let's have a look at Neil Farmack and Bradders and co as the camera goes funny again. I do apologise for this, ladies and gentlemen, but the camera's going really funny here. There we go. Bradders going down the straight. He's a bit further ahead of Arzadar Blade than he was before now, so he's got a little bit more of a gap. So into the first corner he closes up, but I think he's going to go wide there. I think he did. He's not closed up enough. As we look at Stevie and Bidzster, and that's the battle to watch on track then, these two. Bidzster versus Stevie. Both in Ligiers. Down to the first, or down to the hairpin. And then out of the hairpin, Bidzster gets a good run, so does Stevie. And Stevie's in a team this season. He's with Growly Bear. But Bidzster is running solo in this one, he's running independent in this one, just to try and help balance out the teams, otherwise it wouldn't have been fair with the teams with 3 and 2. So as Bidzster goes and gets a good line, he's up the inside of Stevie. No, he's not, he has to fall back in behind, over the hill, right behind him now, pressurising him, looks for the inside into the next corner. Stevie defends the inside, no you don't sunshine, but consequently runs wide and Bidzster gets alongside. Bidzster goes for the gap, alongside, no way through. Stevie stays back in front, and Stevie should defend into here. Bidzster has a little look, Stevie defends, no way through. Bidzster's found a gap on the inside, but still can't get his nose in it alongside enough. Hats off for trying though, but Stevie a good defence there, fair and clean defence. As we go down towards the last corner then, this is the main battle to watch on track at the moment, not much else happening as we go down the hill. Bidzster from Stevie, in each other's draft. Bidzster trying to draft Stevie down the straight, he'll try and pull out and make a move. I would imagine Stevie's moving across to defend already. Bidzster goes to the dummy, goes left, goes right, up the inside, and Stevie's giving him the squeeze, but Bidzster's not fazed by that and goes straight through, gives him room on the outside and goes straight through. So Bidzster takes 5th place with a good move there. Stevie will want to fight back as soon as he can, he'll not want to let Bidzster get away, or he'll try and use Bidzster to pull him up to the other cars ahead. So Growly and Callum in 3rd and 4th, so 3rd for Callum, 4th for Growly Bear. So let's run you through the order then. TY in the Marek in the lead, dominating proceedings so far, 3 seconds ahead of this man, Footman in 2nd place, who was definitely a dark horse in this championship. He's definitely got some good pace under him, and that last championship proved it. Callum in 3rd from Growly Bear in 4th. We see Callum there, and Growly Bear will just come over the ridge there in 4th. Then we've got Bidzster in 5th, followed closely by Stevie, who's not letting him go, trying to keep him in sight there. As we go up and over this rise here, and down the hill, very hard corner, as we've got Growly Bear there making a little mistake, and Stevie does as well. So we've got Neil and then Bradders, Azadar Blade 9th, Blakeney 10th, Spapper 11th, they're all closing up on each other as well. Stacker in 12th, just coming over the rise there. Steve Paramore fan is being caught by Keith slowly, so Keith having a miserable race, catching Steve Paramore fan, who goes quite wide there. And Keith might be able to close up and make a move here. As we go down the hill, Keith goes to the inside. Steve Paramore fan, as he's seen him, he's on the inside. Keith, Steve Paramore fan gives him space, and Keith takes the position. So Keith up to 13th, Steve Paramore fan down to 14th. As we go and look at Bidzster versus Growly Bear now. Growly Bear under pressure from Bidzster here. Bidzster looking left, looking right, no way through. As we go up and over the rise here, through turn 4, down towards turn 5, the hairpin. Growly Bear makes a little mistake. Bidzster looking for a gap, looking left, looking right, still trying to put the pressure on Growly Bear. Goes around the outside on the brakes. Brave stuff indeed. Goes right around the outside of Growly Bear on the brakes. Amazing pass there by Bidzster. So Growly Bear truly stuffed into 5th place, and now he's got Stevie to worry about. So Stevie in the black and pink Ligier closing up on the back of the other Ligier of Growly Bear. Remember, in this one, these two are teammates, so I wonder if Growly Bear's going to be nice to Stevie and let him go, or he's going to battle him, because it is early on in the season. I don't really want to see any team orders this early on in the season. There shouldn't be any really, in my opinion, but that's how we go. As Spapper then up to 8th place, he passes Bradders, and he's got Azadar not too far behind him as well. So Azadar closing up on Bradders here, having a little look, and then we've got Blakeney closing up on Azadar, so a good little mid-pack here. As we go into these last few corners, let's watch Stevie and Growly Bear coming over the rise here. 5th and 6th, about to start lap 8, the penultimate lap of the race. TY and Footman are already on it. Footman's closed into TY, took about 1.5 seconds off him, so TY must have made a mistake somewhere. So going down the straight then, will Stevie be close enough to Growly Bear to go for a move? I don't think so, but Neil's approaching them as well, so watch out. As Growly Bear goes wide, will Neil be able to get a line up the inside? It's going to be close. Neil looks up the inside, he's going for the inside on Growly Bear into the hairpin. Oh bang! Have that! More contact, but don't know whether that was turning in or not. We couldn't really see from that camera angle, so we'll get a replay. Okay, here's a replay to see what happened between Neil Farmack and Growly Bear on lap 8. So see, they both go quite wide there. They both lose time to Stevie. Then Neil goes up the inside here, but then actually outbrakes himself a little bit. But and Growly Bear does turn in quite aggressively as well. So it was quite 50-50 that, and Neil gets 6th place. As we come back from that, then let's have a look at Bradders, Azadar, and Co. as Azadar. Whoa. And Blakeney very close at that corner there, very close indeed. As Bradders goes wide, makes a mistake. Azadar's on his right, and he's not seen him. Needs to be more spatial aware. Does Bradders? He needs to look in his mirrors. And Azadar Blade goes up the inside that time, and that time Bradders does use his mirrors, and Azadar gets 9th place. Good move there from Azadar Blade, straight up the inside, and takes 9th place from Bradders. Blakeney now next in line to have a go. Or will Bradders fight back at RZR Blade? I think Blakeney's going to have a go at Bradders here, but still into that section, not quite close enough to take the cookie from the cookie jar. There's Callum now with Bidzster behind him, so Bidzster sliding that car around. He's looking for more positions in this one. Bidzster hungry for more. As it's him versus Callum now. So they're known for the battles on GT Sport, but let's see what they're like on Project Cars. Bidzster usually has the upper hand on Project Cars, but Callum this time giving him a good run for his money. So Callum, let's see if he can hold him off. As we look at Neil and Stevie, they're still quite close together, as when the camera eventually stops looking at a tree. There we go. And Neil on the straight then, with Stevie just in front of him, so the pink car of Stevie, and then Neil Farmack in the orange car just closing up behind him as we are on the last lap of the race now. 1 lap to go for anyone to make up some more positions, as Stevie comes across to defend at the last moment to make sure Neil doesn't go for any dives. So Neil off, too much power out the corner and just makes a mistake. He's off onto the gravel and spins almost onto the track. Luckily stops, watches where he's going, and that's how you rejoin a track. So Footman take watch from the first race as Growly Bear goes through and takes 6th place then. There's RZR Blade there back here, and he's in 9th place, and then we've got Bradders on his own, Blakeney as well, so all a bit more spread out now. But let's have a look at the man of the hour for this race. TY in the lead by 1.9 seconds from Footman. So Footman's still doing a good job there to close in, but it's not going to be enough laps left in the race for it to happen. TY ever consistent. As Callum and Bidzster are approaching fever pitch here. Bidzster really wanting that 3rd place, Callum not wanting to give it up at all into these last few corners then. Will Callum be able to keep it for his first podium of the season? We'll have to see, but here comes TY round the last corner to take victory here at Algarve. Well done, 2 different winners from 2 different races. TY wins, Footman is going to be second there in the background, well done to them too. Here's Callum and Bidzster, this is going to be a close finish between these two, but it's just going to be Callum from Bidzster in the end. Callum takes 3rd, Bidzster 4th, they flash the lights, they're happy with that. And there's Stevie and Growly Bear when they come across the line. There's Stevie, Growly Bear's back here somewhere. As we look at the dunes, for some reason the camera being rubbish here, so Growly Bear takes 6th. And then Neil in 7th, Spapper 8th there in the white car just behind. RZR Blade comes over in 9th place across the line, and then Bradders just behind him. Then Blake there in the background as well. Stacker's going to come across the line in 12th. It's a 12th place for Stacker there. And then we've got Keith coming across the line there in 13th position. And Steve Paramore fan, who is still getting used to this online racing stuff, is in 14th place. So that's the results for now, and we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results from that one then. So TY takes his first win of the season. Well done to TY. Footman, 2nd place, well done to him. And then 3rd place on the podium is Callum. And then 4th is Bidzster. 5th is Stevie. Growly finishes in 6th. Neil Farmack in 7th. Spapper gets into the top 8 again, so well done to him. And as we go over the page, RZR Blade in 9th. Bradders 10th. Blakeney finishes in 11th. Stacker in 12th this time. Keith an unlucky 13th, and Steve Paramore fan rounds off the 14. So as we come back from that then, there's your winner in the art car there, TY, he's the winner of the race. So we'll see you guys for race 3 at Silverstone. Take care guys.